When the narcissist realizes, the moment slips away. Hey there, everyone. If you're enjoying the content, consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. When a narcissist finally grasps what they once had in you, it'll be well past the point of no return. Narcissists tend to push things too far, not just with you, but with everyone they draw energy from, every relationship they engage in, every deal they strike, and their general approach to life. They often see themselves as superior, believing they can deceive and manipulate without ever getting caught. But when the narcissist comes to terms with what they've lost in you, it'll already be too late. Here's why. You're right here, on this channel, awakening, gaining knowledge, and feeling empowered. You're recognizing your own value and understanding that the past relationship with a narcissist was damaging. It wasn't meant for your personal growth. It was intended to break you down, manipulate you, and leave you yearning for something that wasn't healthy for you. In the realm of these toxic relationships, especially when the vicious cycle of narcissistic abuse remains unnoticed, you might find yourself ensnared, convinced that you're reliant on the other person, the narcissist. This creates what I term the narcissistic fog. It's not where you're thriving. It's where your reserves deplete bit by bit, day by day, week by week, year by year. You become akin to the giving tree, endlessly providing, while the narcissist relentlessly takes without offering anything in return, save for false promises, feigned empathy, and hollow love. Within this fog, feeling adrift, you might struggle to discern an exit. But consider this. Is the narcissist aware of your place in this cycle? Absolutely. They are adept manipulators who seek out fresh sources of nourishment or recycle previous ones, ensnaring them repeatedly in the same cycle of abuse. The narcissist's success within this cycle endures until you either face rejection, wise up and terminate it yourself, or, unfortunately, remain ensnared in a zombie-like state, the narcissistic fog, where you exist without truly living. I highly encourage diving into more videos to awaken and become more aware. There's always an exit from any situation that might feel confining. Trust me, I once held the same perspective you do now, but things have shifted. Abundance envelops me, and it's within your reach too. You just need to seek it out, acknowledge it, and nurture it. However, that's a topic for another series of videos. When the narcissist acknowledges that the relationship, the one you were part of, won't improve, it's a chilling realization for them. Yet they won't reflect or take responsibility for their actions. They won't dwell on you or the past relationship daily, but certain occasions like holidays, anniversaries, or birthdays might bring memories of you to their mind. Consider today a holiday in the United States. If you spent it with the narcissist, reflect on how it unfolded. Did it involve drama, chaos, or confusion? Were you treated well, or did the narcissist steal your spotlight during significant moments? Family dynamics are in constant flux. Think about your family from childhood, high school, college, and across your various life stages. You remain the constant amidst family changes, even as families evolve and merge through marriages or connections with other families. Keep in mind, your current situation isn't your permanent destination. Life is a dynamic journey, always in flux. Personally, 5 years back, I belonged to one family, then a different one 4 years ago, and so forth. Change is an inevitable part of life. Recognizing this constant change is essential. Life is ever evolving, and your circumstances will transform along the way. Life's nature is to shift continuously, so let's refocus. Narcissists tend to push things too far, not just in their past relationships, but also with potential new connections, both now and in the future. Stability, tranquility, and harmony evade them. They thrive on upheaval, disorder, and theatrics. In your relationship, you were consistently putting out fires, managing expenses, tuition, mortgages, an ongoing drain on your resources, financially, physically, socially, professionally, and more. The narcissist was aware of this pattern because they habitually take things to the extreme, always charging ahead at full speed. Recall the early days of the relationship, the euphoric love-bombing phase. It likely escalated quickly as the narcissist aimed to swiftly bind you. Maybe it led to parenthood, unintentionally tethering you to them for years. Marriage could have been another tactic employed by the narcissist. The vows held no significance except as a permit for mistreatment and manipulation. Behind the scenes, they were scouting for new sources, always on the lookout for replacements. At the core of a narcissist lies an insatiable void that can never be filled. They incessantly pursue new relationships, friendships, interests, or adventures to evade dwelling on the past. They're ceaselessly searching for something novel to appease them, even though they're aware they'll sabotage every relationship. Keep this in mind. The narcissist tends to push things too far, and family dynamics are in a constant state of change. If you find yourself yearning for the narcissist, or caught in a trauma bond, recognize that they never had your genuine well-being in mind. Breaking free from such a bond in a confusing and tumultuous environment is exceptionally tough. Those who haven't experienced a toxic narcissistic relationship might struggle to grasp your situation. Your value is immeasurable. The narcissist perceived your vibrant energy and aimed to capture and deplete it, trapping you in a zombie-like state, the narcissistic fog. Their aim was to strip away your positivity, moving on to the next relationship, endlessly repeating the cycle. That's why I mentioned, when the narcissist realizes it's too late in the thumbnail, there will be moments, maybe even today, when they reflect and say to themselves, "Wow, that was truly remarkable. This person not only broke free, but also managed to rebuild themselves. They've healed. How did they do that?" Unlike my other relationships, past partners, or friendships, usually they come back, unable to break the trauma bond. They weren't nearly as resilient as this individual, which is you. They're reflecting, thinking, "Wow, this is the one that slipped away. The one they crumpled up like a piece of paper, tossed aside, left alone without support, finances, good health, or a chance to thrive." But what did you do behind the scenes? You began working on yourself, addressing past wounds, embracing radical acceptance, and delving deep into understanding narcissism. You weren't in isolation. You were self-preserving, a crucial distinction. You created boundaries, cocooning yourself to recover and heal. You, the one who slipped away, the one brimming with abundance, the radiant light the narcissist once held. Your health, standing, and circle of friends are returning. Perhaps you're rediscovering love, forging new connections, or making life-altering changes like relocating or pursuing education. The narcissist gazes back and is astounded by your incredible progress. You become your own source of strength, comprehended narcissism, set firm boundaries, and embraced the might of no, a word the narcissist despised, especially now. By the time the narcissist realizes it, it'll already be too late. This video lays out the possibilities, the abundance, and the wide-open pathways that await you. The narcissist remains stagnant. They yearn to ensnare you in that fog once more. However, you've broken free or are well on your healing journey. You shielded yourself, streamlined your social circles, and understand the effort it took to reconstruct yourself. You recognize the harm inflicted by the narcissistic relationship and how much they aim to take from you. What they didn't foresee was your ascent, your transformation into the most resilient version of yourself, shining, radiant, and vibrating at a higher frequency. You've triumphed over the cycle of abuse, broken the chains of the trauma bond, and emerged as the most resilient version of yourself. It's an incredible feat, conquering something you didn't even realize you were battling. You found your way out, picked up the pieces, processed it all, and now you're flourishing, evolving, and maybe even guiding others. Pause for a moment and acknowledge this incredible triumph. You overcame something that wasn't initially visible. It's awe-inspiring. Be thankful, appreciative, and understand that today is beautiful and tomorrow holds promise. You're not alone. You'll navigate through this. Be gentle, patient, and remember, your well-being takes precedence. Share this video with someone seeking hope, recognizing that your future is brimming with boundless potential and abundance. Sending positive vibes, virtual embraces, and love. May blessings accompany you, no matter your circumstances. You'll persevere and keep progressing. Have a wonderful day and know, you're never alone.